Good afternoon, Good Shepherd. It's Wednesday, December 9th. We are in middle of Advent, almost in the middle of Advent. Two Sundays down, 2 Sundays to go. And I'm just wondering, how is your Advent? How is this time of preparation, this time of waiting, this time of busyness on the one hand, this time of thinking about what it is that we're expecting to have happen? How is your Advent? Preparations at Good Shepherd are clearly underway for all sorts of things over this season. We've got a fun committee event coming up this Friday night. A week from Sunday, we'll have the Living Nativity. The weather looks like it's going to be good according to long-range forecasts. Preparations are underway for that. There are lots of committee meetings and scrambling for volunteers and all of that. So we're busy working on that. We're busy working on Christmas Eve, what the Christmas Eve service will look like. Musicians are recording music for the service that night. Sue and Susan and the young people are working on putting together a pageant that will be Zoom friendly, as well as social distancing friendly. So there's a lot of busyness going on. We are busy, busy, busy. And that on top of all of the normal stuff of putting up Christmas decorations, please send me your photos, putting up Christmas decorations, thinking about Christmas gifts for folks near, trying to get things in boxes so that they can be sent to arrive on time to family members and friends a long ways away. This is a frenetic, frenetic, frenetic time. And as I mentioned in my sermon on Sunday, you know, what are we preparing for? What are we waiting for? What is it that this time is doing to us or doing for us as we think about the celebration of the Nativity of our Lord on December 24th, December 25th? What is it that we are preparing for? I invite you to go back and look at that sermon, maybe be reminded of what I was talking about. But I want to take it just a little bit further today and comment a bit on one of the devotions that we've been using in the Practicing Hope devotion series that also is part of our Faith Forum. And the one this morning really was pointed about the issue of waiting, and how do we wait, and what do we do if we are with someone who is waiting? Do we just tell them that, you know, well, it'll get over soon, or do we sit with them? What do we do in our own impatience, waiting? And as I was thinking about that meditation, I thought, well, I know what I do when I get impatient. And impatience has to do with, you know, I'm not in control of whatever it is that I'm waiting for. You know, whether it's waiting for news of a job or waiting for news of anything, you know, if you're not in control, you're not in control. And so what I do when I'm not in control is I start to take control of the things that I do have control of. Well, I know when I can brush my teeth. I know when I can make my bed. I know when I can do this. And I take control of those kinds of things to sort of come back in, to put myself back in the driver's seat, so to speak. And I think that one of the lessons of Advent and having to wait, even though we know that it's going to come to an end on the 24th or the 25th of December, even though we know Advent will come to an end, I think one of the lessons is we don't really know what it's going to look like. We are out of control over what that Advent will look like. The peoples in antiquity didn't know what was going to happen when the Messiah arrived. And I don't think we know either. And we are really uncomfortable with not knowing. And so I'm wondering whether or not, for at least part of this Advent, we spend some time just in that uncomfortable space of waiting without trying to wrest control from God to say, this is what I'm waiting for, but to be open to some birth in us that is quite different and may come at a point that we're not expecting, but over which we have no control. And yet it may be one of the greatest gifts we ever receive. Blessings for the remainder of this Advent, my friends. I hope you're taking advantage of all that we're putting forward for you in the Advent resources page. There's more being added all the time, so please go ahead and look at that. But don't get so busy, don't get so caught up in controlling what this Advent is going to look like, that you don't take some time and let God be in control for a good chunk. Blessings. Look forward to seeing you soon.